For the past few months, one word has dominated our conversations, and that is valuation. Whether it's fund managers, newspapers, or even our everyday chats, everyone is talking about how expensive the market seems to be. Now, after a 5 month stretch and a 16% sell off, the big question remains is that are Indian markets still overvalued or have they finally hit their fair price? To know the answer, keep on watching the video till the end. Hey folks, CA Rachna Ranade here and I welcome you all to a very interesting video which is about are the markets overvalued even today? But am I the only person talking about it? Of course not. Have a look at this. Oh my god. So many news articles focusing on the same point whether we are really still overvalued or not. Now, market overvalued or undervalued could be decided by multiple valuation models. It could be something like a PE or a PB or a EV, EBITDA, it could be discounted cash flow and whatnot. But in today's video, we are going to focus on something known as PE or the price earning ratio. Now, in today's video, we are going to talk about two specific types of PEs. One is called as the forward PE and one is called as a trailing PE. And not only this, we are also going to talk about the relation that Sensex and Dow have currently been seeing, and there is a very interesting point that we are seeing almost after 16 years. So if you want to know what is actually happening with this, you know what is to be done, right? Yes, we will talk about trailing PE, we'll talk about forward PE, but just in case anyone who doesn't know what PE is, just a 1 minute explainer is more than enough, right? PE is nothing but price to earning, price per share divided by earning per share. This basically tells us how much expensive the stock is or not. But please understand there are two ways to look at it. So if I were to say that a stock has a higher PE, possibility number one, I say that it's a very, overvalued stock. Or possibility number two, I can say that yes, people believe that this is a high growth story and that is the reason why I am ready to pay a higher price for it. On the contrary, if we are talking about a low PE stock, possibility number one is that we can say that it is undervalued or it is available at a cheap price. Possibility number two to look at it, or a second way to look at it, is that because I feel that the company might be facing some challenges, the growth might be limited, I'm not ready to pay a higher price for it. So same PE to wahi hai, but there are two different ways to look at it. Just in case if someone is not able to perceive exactly what this could be, let's take a simple example other than stock market. Assume that there are two real estate properties here. This property is available at 1 crore and this is also available at 1 crore. Okay. Now this property can fetch me a rent of 5 lakh rupees and this property can fetch me a rent of 10 lakh rupees. Now you only tell me which one should I be buying? Ideally, this one. Why? Because I am going to get a better return on my investment. If I were to calculate the PE of this, what is PE? Price paid for this is what? 1 crore, correct, which is the P. And what is the earning? Earning will be 5 lakhs for this property. And for this property, if I were to calculate PE, it will be 1 crore divided by 10. Okay, so which is available at a more lucrative one? It will be this one because the PE is lower, right? Now, same thing, instead of two real estate properties, let's say these are two stocks. Same numbers, same PE, and the same conclusion. I can say that this one gives me a better PE, and that is why this could seem to be a little bit more lucrative. So I hope you have understood about what PE is, and in the next section, I'm going to talk about exact difference between trailing PE and forward PE. Now let's understand what exactly PE is with a formula. Price divided by earning, understood. Price is latest price, agreed. What is earning? Earning is nothing but earning per share as at latest annual data which is available, that is 31st March, whatever. Okay, I'm shooting the video in March 2025. So for me, the latest EPS that is available for the annualized data, that is nothing but EPS as at 31st March 2024. But what can a person feel? I can feel that array, this is like 1 year old data. Why should I be using this right now? My earnings should be whatever is latest available. So for me, as I shoot the video again, I'm telling you today is March 2025. For me, the latest EPS which will be available will be of what? December 2024. December 2023 to December 2024. That EPS will be called as a trailing EPS. And if I were to calculate current market price divided by the trailing EPS, what I get is a trailing PE. So I hope trailing PE is absolutely understood. Price numerator is the same. What is the EPS? EPS is not as at 31st March. latest available annual data. It is the latest quarterly data also, okay, but it's an annualized one. TTM, latest 12 months data. Okay, simple. Now, what is the advantage here? Advantage is that this is actual earnings reported over the latest 12 months, past 12 months. One more good point is that no guesswork is required here. This is actual historical data. But now the only problem here, or the shortcoming here, is that it talks about the past and not about the future, or what could happen in the immediate future. So that is the reason why people are like, no, I want to consider a little bit about future as well. Because what market does is market discounts what could happen in the future. But what would that be called? That would be called as a forward PE. Now forward PE will consider what? Price, exactly same, latest price, today's price. But what will be the denominator? Denominator will be the latest EPS which is available plus some growth rate. Okay, I'll take some growth rate to that and I will derive at a forward EPS. I hope you're understanding this. Forward EPS. So this, can I say this is based on guesswork? This is based on some estimates. This is based on some projections given by the management. So this data, which is the forward EPS, that will have to be calculated based on something. Now, based on what? Possibility number one, it could be based on whatever management has given as a guidance in their con calls. Possibility number two, it could be based on an estimate that I can say that if the company has grown at a rate of 12% in the past, it could grow at 12% in the future as well. Or possibility number three, I can check equity research reports, and based on the equity research reports, I can guess what could be the growth rate. So, what I do for calculating forward PE is that I take the current EPS, I add a growth rate, I derive at a forward EPS, I take the price as the same, and that is how I'll calculate the forward or the estimated PE. Now, you'll be like, Rachna, theory, tick, understood. Where will we get all these data in? Do we get these data points in some websites? Of course, we'll check that in the immediate next section of the video. We are on screener.in, and this is where we can see Tata Motors. This stock PE that you can see is the PE based on earning per share as at 31st March 2024, which is the latest annualized financial year data, EPS ka. Okay. But if I were to calculate based on TTM EPS, how do I do that? Now, for that, I can, okay, now what mistake one can well tell you. A person may go to quarters. This is the latest data which is available, and check EPS 14.81. No. This is only for that quarter. What did I tell you? Trailing 12 months ka EPS is what we want. This is only for one quarter. Can I get it easily? Yes. Scroll down. You can see here profit and loss, TTM. TTM, I'm just going down. This is what you can see is 93. So what is my TTM EPS? It is 93. Now what will I check? What is my latest price as I shoot the video? It is 648. So I come karna 648 divided by 93. What does it come to?
6.96.
Zorat sangi.
6.96.
6.96. Okay. Now 6.96 is the TTM PE. Can I cross check that also? Yes, it's available here. So typically this is where we are generally. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to PE ratio. 6.93 is what he told me. And if I go here, it has been rounded off. You can see here PE is 7. You can see that in the box, right? PE is 7. 93.2 is what we saw as the EPS. So what is this? This is nothing but TTM data, trailing 12 months data. Okay. So I hope trailing EPS concept, trailing PE concept, both are clear. Now let's check how to calculate forward PE. So what did I say? Forward PE is simple. Whatever earning per share I have right now, TTM EPS, I'll add a growth rate to that. And growth rate for that, what did I tell you? Growth rate could be based on possibility number one. It could be based on the past historic growth of the EPS. Oh, by the way, that can also be checked. Huh? For example, EPS growth 10 years is how much? I can check EPS growth, whatever you want, 3 years, 10 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever. Whatever you feel is logical, you can add that growth rate 1 year only, and that you will come to EPS for the next year, which is a forecasted EPS. Second thing you can check is EPS forecast based on management commentary, management con call. Okay. Third thing you can check based on different brokers report, and there could be a consensus that okay, majority of the brokers are taking 10% as a growth rate, 12% as a growth rate, whatever. Or whatever I can say, I feel it is 15%. Why? अंदर से मुझे लग रहा है that is why 15%. Don't do that. It's a baseless thing in that case, right? So what do I do now for forward PE calculation? I'm here on money control. I've already opened Tata Motors. So what will I do? I'll just scroll down. Here you can see forecast. I click on forecast. then the blue arrow, and this is where you can see valuation EPS. Financial year 25E estimated it's coming to 59, estimated 68, estimated for 27 is 78. So an increasing EPS is what you can see here. Here also you can see based on how many analysts, this is also given, and so you can see here PE is current price divided by future EPS, current price divided by the then future EPS, current price divided by the then future EPS. This will come to 11, 10 and 8 respectively. Now one more point you have to understand, that if PE is in a reducing trend, in fact it is considered to be good, because in that case EPS is considered to be rising. That shows that yes, there is some growth which is expected in this stock. So I hope you have understood what is trailing PE, what is forward PE, not only theoretically, you have also understood it practically with the help of some websites. How can you easily access these data points is also what you have understood. After this long explanation of what is PE, what is trailing PE, what is forward PE, now let's come to the grand finale question, whether Sensex has really come to its fair valuation or is it still overvalued or not. But now you will understand why did we discuss all these things, because whatever news articles I referred to, they were talking about TTMPE. And I thought I should explain this to you. What is TTMPE, forward PE? I hope you liked this explanation. Now coming to the main point, Sensex right now is trading at a TTMPE of 21.8. Okay. Dow is trading at a TTMPE of 22.4. Dow is DJIA, Dow Jones Industrial Average, that is trading at 22.4. Is it lower? So is Sensex PE, TTMPE lower than DJIA, TTMPE? Answer is yes. Does this happen oftenly? No. This has happened after 16 years that Sensex PE is lower than DJIA's PE. Is this something which is really interesting? Yes. And if when I checked in a lot of news articles, I found out that on an average, Sensex has traded at a premium of 25% to DJIA's PE, and that shows the overall India's higher growth potential. But now again, two ways to look at it. One way to look at it, ideally, as per this understanding, are we at a reasonable valuation right now? 100% yes, based on the data point that I presented to you right now. But the second way to look at it is that right now, is India's growth potential being questioned? Is India's growth story being questioned? That can be a second way to look at it. What do you feel? India's growth story is still intact or not? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you feel based on whatever we discussed today? Are we now trading at fair valuations? Please do let me know in the comment section as well. If you did love today's discussion on PE, trailing PE, forward PE, don't forget to smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.